What's up, guys? It's Kamikaze Dragon 771 here, and welcome to episode 3 of Let's Play Skyrim. Today, this episode, I'm hopefully gonna, in the first little bit, I'm gonna show you what all the features I have, and of course, since episode 2, which was earlier this morning, I had gotten quite a few different mods that I have yet to try out, so this will be a new thing. I have yet to see a few mods that, you know, so let's get started. Okay, well, if you haven't seen the second episode, then you're missing out, because you'll want to start from the beginning, from episode 1. But in the second episode, I got married to a bunch of people, to one of my 8 followers, something like that. Well, and the marriage was a nude marriage in the game. I had the world's first nude marriage, because I was looking at them, tinkering with their settings, and, well, I thought, I wonder what it'd be like what it would be like if in the game I got married, I had a nude wedding. Apparently, there's a real life thing about that. Whatever. So, I did it, and, well, it came out really weird. Came out really weird, and probably gave every dude that's seen the episode a boner. Whatever. So, yeah. At least I can admit I did kind of get a little bit of a hard-on. But nothing too big. Nudge, nudge. So let's get started then. Okay, well, first mod is the mod called Whiterun Mansion. Essentially, it's right outside Whiterun. Like there's Whiterun right there. The gate is over there somewhere, and the stable's right there. Like I literally turn around, and there's mansion in the mountainside. But we'll get to how to the inside and how we access that later. But essentially, first up, I have these are all my followers. I don't know how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jesus Christ, I have 8 followers. Cool. First of all, this follower is a mod. He's a dragon that was sent. He's a small dragon. I'll show you. There you go. Come on, buddy. There you go. See? Dragon. He's a sexy dragon. That. There's 2 versions of this mod. So they basically do the same thing, except they just change his ability, his attack, I guess, his dragon attack, which in this one it's fire, and since he's red. And the other one is called a full version, which is he's kind of a cool looking blue. I have both, but I disabled them. You can't have both of them running. But, and he's kind of a cool looking blue, and he shoots frost. And, well, yeah. So, anyways, but there is a couple of big bugs with him right now, with this mod. And I've contacted the mod dev to see if through Skyrim Mod Nexus, to see if he can, I know he was planning on making it so you could ride him around, and fix a lot of big bugs in this mod. But currently, if anything were to attack us right now, the game would crash. Because for some odd reason, the game crashes whenever Falokar engaged in battle in dragon form, which is harder. But he's still really badass in this form. He's super. Even though he's in human form, he can still shoot flames, do his dragon attack, which is just awesome because it kills Draugrs in seconds, which is brutal. And then the second mod is, or the other mod I want to show you is Halo Armor. Halo Armor and Halo Weapons. Hold on here. What's Halo? Oh, yes, he has a kind of a weird version of a Halo Energy Sword. Just stop counting. I don't know if you've seen it. It's kind of weird looking, yeah. And the other one I want to show you guys is my favorite. It makes bows so much more useful.
Here to teach you a lesson.
That's wrong weapon. Oh my god, really? Hold on. Let me quit my... This will be a good thing to show you. A couple of my weapons. My favorite weapon mods, okay? Obviously, this is a Sky UI mod that's allowing me to... I can literally, like, within seconds, as you see, I could just change, my equipped items right then and there. So I'm going to change to my bow and my steam arrows, which is, the steam arrows is a mod called Elemental Arrows. It adds flaming arrows, explosive arrows, all kinds of cool arrows that you can enchant. You have to enchant and craft, which is just awesome. But I like the steam ones because they do like 70 points damage, so they shoot 100 times faster. Plus, the 100 for the mod that I'm going to show you, the bow mod I'm going to show you, plus the extra 100 or something for the bow mod I'm going to show you for projectile speed. And yeah, so it's essentially, here we go, I'll show you what it is. Essentially, yes, I've got a freaking sniper bow. Ooh. And so essentially, yeah.
This better be good.
That's the steam arrow. And but in order to have the super zoom thing take effect, because you can change the zoom levels too, and the slowdown time levels, you have to have Eagle Eye perk, or E perk, and the let me see, where is it? Wrong button again. Yeah, I'm playing with a PS3 controller that I've got an emulator set up so it emulates it as an Xbox controller. Because they're very similar. Even the internals of those things are similar. And yes, I modded some of my perks just because I'm too lazy. I didn't feel like taking forever to get my archery up, even though I started as as you can see, I started as a one-handed character, and then I saw the archery mod, or the bow mod, and I fell in love with it. And now I had to mod so I get archery. But yeah, that's it. You need to have these two perks, Eagle Eye and Steady Hand. But Steady Hand has to be level 2, has to be maxed for it to work. And essentially, wrong save. There we go. It's called the Better Eagle Eye Redux. It's part of the mod, but the actual bow sniper thing is called the bow sniper mod. But the bow sniper mod requires the Better Eagle Eye Redux mod to work. But essentially, I can change the zoom level, the stamina drain, which is set it to 0, because even though I have like a gajillion stamina and even more magicka, but normally the time scale is really slow, I guess, which is the default is super slow. Too slow for me for when I'm firing a bow. So I dropped it down to 15, which is perfect for what I like, because it's nice, fast. When I reload, it doesn't take me 3 seconds for my guy to actually be able to aim properly. Whereas here, it just takes me less than a second, and I'm aimed perfectly. Simple Mod Followers is the one that shows you all allows me to have more than one follower. This one was fairly difficult to figure out. You need to have SKSE script editor to run a bunch of these mods. This one, a simple multiple followers, the Better Eagle Eye Redux. I think most of these things here you need to have to run them. All the ones listed here you need SKSE to do, which is actually, once you've done it once, it's actually fairly easy to install. But anyways, onto the thing here. You can essentially have multiple teammate followers. You can command them all to follow you, wait, command a single one, all with the push of a button. You can also have them teleport to you right away. Like, you can teleport them to you. The follower, you can make them invincible, like not die. This one's default makes it so that they have to eat, they get hungry, and they get tired, and they'll leave you temporarily to eat and sleep, which is kind of annoying to me, and I would rather not have that, considering I don't really eat or sleep anyways. So, I just set it to turned it off, and you can change the levels of all that. What I like though, the best part is the fact that it adds the ability for them to avoid traps. So like, if you're in one of the ruins and you won't have to worry about if you go avoid it, or if they step on a pressure plate, you're not going to get killed. If they trigger a trap, you're not getting killed. They'll avoid the trap, and if they can't, they'll wait till you to disable it if you can, or they'll just trigger it and hope to God they don't die. What it does, it essentially will avoid traps in interior cells, which is just interior areas, I guess. They'll try to jump over trap triggers like pressure plates, tripwires, etc., bear traps. They'll try to draw enemies away. They also try to draw enemies away from the traps, which is good. They'll notify you of when they find a trap, which is nice. They'll also try and auto traverse them, or they'll also try and determine if it's a trap, which is great, and if it's safe to traverse. And they'll show an error that's one of my favorite parts about it. The other one is this auto looting, which is just brilliant, because it means that I don't have to constantly give them new items. When if we enter a combat, if we start a combat and then we kill all the enemies nearby, they will start to loot your followers will start to loot the dead bodies and lootable items and areas and take what they need. But this also allows it so that if one of your followers is proficient with archery, yet they have a dagger, a really nice dagger, and your other follower has a dagger, or is good with daggers, but has a better bow. They will after a while they will basically start trading items like you would to a chest. Except they're trading between each other, and you don't have to have any input. They'll do it themselves. They'll figure it out themselves, which is beautiful. It takes a while sometimes. It'll take like 8 minutes sometimes. But half the time, if you just let them trade it out, and then if you want to, it says don't leave the area, but I don't really care, because I mean, if I leave it, I haven't seen any issues if they're trading. I'll just leave the area, and I haven't seen any bugs that come up. And guild starters, I start a guild, which is nice. I have yet to name my guild. I don't want to name it, but guild. What the? The idea is essentially, I started a guild already. I haven't named it yet, but essentially my guild HQ, you basically drop a plate and it creates a guild, and it's nice. But probably one of the best follower mods I have, other than Follicar. He's always going to be my favorite, but with a close second or tie would be my good friends, the SKYRIM mermaids. It's not mermaids like, the fishtails, I mean like legitimate, a plan. I think it was a plan word. The modern had a plan word there or some stupid crap. And essentially they're people. Yes. That's a mermaid. She's one.
How do
He's
you
one.
feel?
The armors aren't part of them.
You might
That's a
be
different model. I'll
sick.
explain it later. She's one. The one I married somewhere is over here. Or was. Lydia. Follicar. What? Hired thug. The other one. 1, 2, 3. Should be 5 of them. Here they are. There's the one I married. She's right here. And yes, she's a redhead, and she's the hottest of them all. Bite me. I'd like redhead steel with it.
This better be
this
good.
armor right here, I'm looking at here, is called the Mass Effect,
Yes.
called the Mass Effect, Revenant Knight Armor, or something like that.
This better be good.
Nice. Nice mod. Now this mod, these
Yes,
armors, this one,
Need
this
something?
one, and this one, they're all the same mod, but it's
What
3
can I
different
do
colors,
for
right?
you?
I like this one personally, it's copper, right? But it's called the Dark Vampire
Need something?
Knight Armor. And essentially, it's probably one of the skimpiest armors on the planet.
Oh, did you need something?
One of the few skimpier ones. But at least it's, even though it's skimpy, let me show you here. For its skimpiness, it's got quite a bit of armor points. Like, I mean, look at some of this. The armor points are just brutal. And it comes in copper. Craft recipes are different for each of these. Copper, steel, and blue steel. The blue steel and steel look pretty damn close, except for the blue steel, you can tell it by the blue little gems instead of the orange ones, like that. Blue?
And what might you need?
Orange. And now onto the Whiterun, Whiterun Mansion, which is this. When you first enter it, long story short, people have always wondered how the hell to get it. It took me a while to figure it out, like to Google it. I had to Google it a bunch of times. But essentially, when you get here, there will be a bear back here. You have to kill him somewhere. He's already died, but I mean, because I killed him forever ago. And then there will be, two people here. The wife of the owner and the owner. They usually have clothes on, but my guy stole it because they were looting. And in here he will have like a letter saying whoever finds my dead body can live in our home, live in the house, and he'll have a key with him. You take that key and enter. And well, this is the Whiterun Mansion. It's probably the most badass mansion in my opinion, in my eyes. Probably the most badass. Yeah, it is. I've yet to see a house or a mansion mod so well thought out. Like, I mean, there's even kitchen, like, heck, I can even store all my food, which I'm probably gonna do that right now. I can even view all the food, cooked food, you know. And then there's more kitchen area, bedroom. All these mannequins are like awesome because I can put stuff on them, and then I can go and change pose. For example, he's vanilla standing pose. Chest salute. If you've got a weapon, depending on the equipment they've got equipped, it'll add or stuff like that. And then, not to mention that, also, say for example, here, let's give him a single weapon here. Give him something I don't need currently. Give him this for now. Okay, right? And now what I'll do is I'll change his pose to weapon drawn. Where is it? It's not that one. Sometimes they get a little bit glitchy. Well, there we go, that's better. Sometimes it takes a while for him to actually load the poses. And now, see how he loaded his... See how he just froze like that? Well, activate sneak, and activate him. Now, he's alive! And yes, his head follows me around, which is kind of creepy, but yeah. They're everywhere. Like, there's two in my room. There's pretty much at least one in every room. Except for up here for some other reason. Nope, no one up here. But this is bookcases. You pretty much do just about anything. Chair. This is my favorite part of the entire mansion, is the fact that, and yes, people, that is, I believe, Alduin. A statue of Alduin. Think. Don't quote me on it, I haven't completed the game yet. Still dicking around. But, there's like, these are all the Halo weapons. That's the dagger, the sword, and the great sword, and obviously more mannequins, and fire, more stuff. There's a lot of, there's like everything's pretty much, there's chests pretty much everywhere. Hell, there's so many weapon racks. Like, I don't even think I would be able to have this many weapons. Like, jeez. Look at this, there's just weapon racks all over the place. There's a place to put everything everywhere. Another statue, I think that's this, yeah, it's gotta be. Or is that? I don't know, whatever. There's a spa for some other reason. Not that, like, you need it, but... Okay. Game got laggy there, so... For a second, I don't know if you heard that, but that was Facebook saying... Read me! Game get laggy there. Lag. My PC is old as hell, so... You know. Obviously this is, like... a command chest for the entire house, so, like... If I'm if I'm getting, close to the limit of my carrying capacity, I can hit on burden, and it'll pretty much remove everything that's non-essential, that's not useful in any way. Auto sorter, I can just drop things that I want, and it'll auto sort it into the correct. So like if I drop a weapon into the auto sorter, I don't have to go to this chest ever again to pick it. I don't have to just go to this chest to pick it up. I can pick it up from here. I don't have to. I can also go to the weapon chest, where I haven't found it yet, but the chest for weapons, you know, somewhere around here. I'll figure it's somewhere in here. I know there's one, but it does that for weapons, enchantment stuff, alchemy stuff, potions, you know, all kinds of stuff. This is a neat thing here. Wow, that was weird. I'll show you that in a second. Let's go to these. I showed you the first floor. Show you the second floor. Go to the third floor, shall we? Third floor is the cool part. Got pretty much your entire alchemy and magic station up here. You got your scroll library right there, you got your arcane enchanter, and right next to it you've got your enchantings, like all your soul gems and stuff can be put in here. You can access them right easy. All your spell tomes you can put right here in this bookcase. Keep in mind, these are all connected to the general stores chest, there's one outside in the backyard, one below me somewhere, and one way down there somewhere. Way down there. Somewhere. I think it's right next to the door. There's your alchemy lab, you know, open poison. There's another one right there, general stores. Potion stores, sorry. Get the idea. Pretty cool mod in my eyes. I really like it. I've yet to see it here though. I'm still learning stuff. It's such a big home. I got another mansion mod I haven't tried yet, but that's one of the ones that I haven't figured out yet. I haven't even seen in person yet. It took me a while to figure it out, but essentially there is also a weapon we'll work towards. Once I show you that other mod that I was talking about, I want to work towards this weapon as a second mod, or as a third. No, it was the second mod I wanted to show you, but I have to get to it. You can get it. The idea is it's an extremely OP sword, like extremely overpowered sword, but, and the only issue is that how do I put it? The one thing that's nice is that it can become, let's put it this way. You can get it like really early in the game. Really early. You get like level 12 with like a sword that can like one hit anything, pretty much. And I just gotta figure out where the heck the location is for. Oh yeah, it's on the map too, isn't it? I think in the update, the latest update for that mod, that other mansion mod, it shows them on the map. It shows it on the map, I should say. So figure out where it is. Ooh, farms, more farms. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, let's just say I got bored. I unlocked all these because I was bored, and basically I made my character scale about the average character scale for a Nord is, I believe, 1.0. I made my scale. I think it was like 5 billion or something, which is massive. I could like run halfway across the map in like 3 seconds. That's what I did. I just ran across the map, and I turned God mode on so I didn't die from falling off the mountain and stuff. And I pretty much just ran across the map and triggered out every single one of these as I humanly possibly can. And yes, I have all the shouts. I looked up a tutorial how to do that too. Just because I can. And then I will admit, I modded my Dragon Soul so that I had enough to get it. Like, I needed it though. But, long story short, where is it? I'm trying to figure out where. Let me Google it again. Hold on, guys. I got I'm bringing up my cell phone. Here we go. Wait, here we go. I gotta log in this way. Okay, well, I am going to have to. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. If not, I'll be back in a second.